Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Monday, August the 22nd. The year's 2022. Let's talk trading. Weekly open and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And yes, this week also I'm doing weekly open and gap on the calendar Monday, as opposed to calendar Sunday here on the west coast of the US of A. Taking a quick look at the monthly chart, you can see we're in the lower wick zone of the previous month. I have to laugh because the whole candle body's in the lower wick zone, and we're 346 pips below the monthly open, 477 off of the high, and 36 off of the low. For the week, we're right around the weekly open here, about 2 pips above it, 17 off the high, 38 off the low. The gap filled on the pound. In fact, the pound New Zealand, or the new beast, is the only one where the gap has not filled. We're putting in the opening range for the week, and you can see that's 338 pips below the opening range for the month. And notice the seasonality indicator seems to be accurate this month. It's that it puts its peak early in August, and you can see here early in August, like the first day it peaked, and then it has gone down. It's been below that peak ever since. Oh, and just a heads up, boys and girls and non-binary traders, you can see the euro right now is right around par. Anybody looking to make a bet one way or the other, now's the time to do it. And the day has turned green by 7-8 pips, and we're 1,702 pips below the yearly open. And if you look to the left, you can see we're coming out of these lower wick zones, so we might make a nice strong move to the upside. Handful of inside bar trades on the daily, and we've got a few on the weekly and a few on the monthly too. So for you inside bar traders, it's looking good. Once again, here on the daily, looking left, you can see we're starting to come out of all these wick zones here. You just have to wait and see what happens. Only 55 pip range, very low. Not sure why there's not more movement today. I think there's some news coming out tomorrow on the pound, so that might be traders either positioning themselves or just waiting to see what happens with the news. Buy zone, you can see lots of action crisscrossing that daily weekly open, and you can see we hit the buy zone and prices drop back about 5 pips. Rats, the range is large enough, only because we've reset the range. In the olden days, or in the beginning, we used 60 pips. I think now we're using 50 or and we're in the red rat zone at the moment. You can see here once again the oscillation between the zones. Oh, let's see. Bambino flex indicator indicates going short. Going short near the pivot. We haven't hit the pivot. In fact, we're 33 pips away from the pivot. Now 35. Once again, we haven't hit today's pivot. We missed Friday's pivot, so there's a couple of missed pivots here. So we've got 3 missed pivots in August. Let's see if we can take out this one. For the week, we missed last week's pivot. So far we haven't hit this week's pivot. But for the month, we've taken out the pivot. So once again, we'll just have to see what happens. But you can see here, once again, price crossed below that daily weekly open. And so trading that level can be profitable. We are pretty much in that lower wick zone from Friday. We poked out at the top by a couple of pips, poked out at the bottom by a couple of pips, but we're pretty much range bound. The month range 512. Put this back to the weekly. See, only 55 pips. But we did break out of the previous week's low by 10 pips. So anybody trading those weekly high-low breaks, they were rewarded or potentially rewarded if they didn't get too greedy. You can see here once again, price is dropping below the daily open. Oh, somebody had made a comment. I think it was probably a troll, something about need more indicators. I'm not sure what they were trying to convey with that method or with that message. Like I said, I think they were just trying to be funny, being a troll. On the higher low, lower high, you can see here that paid off of the 3-ball. Then off of this 3-ball, we had a lower high line here, and that had paid off. So some simple trading there, just trading at the lines. And you can see here, just if you can see how price seems to just be ranged bound pretty much between the 10 and the 20. And we've had a couple of breakouts, but it's just for some strange reason just oscillating right around the open, which I think was at 1817. And the range for the month 353. That's not the range, that's close minus open. Now let's put the range back up there. I'm not sure. I don't think we've moved the needle much. 512. Makes me think maybe I should sum up the columns here to do an average. They could always just do a frequency distribution. Maybe I could do a frequency distribution talking about indicators where you could select the month. That might be interesting for a lot of different um, calculations. So looking here at the trade reminder inside the lower wick zone on the weekly, on the monthly inside the lower wick zone. Strong control, strong control, strong control by the sellers. Once again, price crossed below the daily open. And let's see, we're back in, we were back in that 10 range. Let's see, right here. Just lots of oscillation. I don't think I had any, I don't remember any questions. I know there's a few traders enjoying the rat zone out there, and I didn't get any reply. So if anybody's doing a prop firm challenge, I know there was the trader on Reddit that asked, about a video series on it. But nobody has replied. So I'm just curious if anybody's out there doing a prop trade challenge, or are you actually trading on a prop trade platform? And we're watching price head down to the double low. So we've got 22 minutes left in the in this hour. Range is 16, so on the M30 for the hour, you can see we're right in the last 5 hours have been in the 20s, mid to low 20s. And it looks like price came back to the open, the previous H1, or just about to the open. See, we've got a low of 048, and we had an open of 046, so it missed it by 2 points. But you can see here, it came back to this high, so it covered that imbalance. And it just hit 4.6, so it covered that body. Now it's more than covered it. So, fellow traders, that's your weekly open and gap report. I'm not sure what subject Walmall and I might tackle this week. If you have any ideas, let us know. I hope you had a fun and safe weekend. And I hope you're having a profitable month, and I wish you a profitable trading day and week. And when you're trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.